सुखार्थी त्यजते विद्यां विद्यार्थी त्यजते सुखम् सुखार्थिनः कुतो विद्या कुतो विद्यार्थिनः सुखम्.
Today we sit with one of the most famous and most unsparing verses in all of Sanskrit wisdom literature. It comes from the Chanakya Niti and it goes like this. Sukharti tyajate vidyam, vidyarthi tyajate sukham. Sukhartinah kuto vidya, kuto vidyartinah sukham. Let us first simply hear what it says. Sukharti means the one who seeks sukha, comfort, pleasure, ease. Tyajate means abandons, gives up. Vidyam means knowledge, learning. So the first quarter says, the seeker of comfort abandons learning. Then the mirror image, Vidyarthi tyajate sukham. The seeker of knowledge abandons comfort. And then Chanakya asks two sharp questions. Sukhartinah kuto vidya. For the comfort seeker, from where will knowledge come? Kuto vidyartinah sukham. And for the knowledge seeker, from where will comfort come? The word kuto or kuta means from where, whence. And the expected answer, of course, is from nowhere. It simply cannot come. Now let the words open up a little. The word sukha has a beautiful hidden picture inside it. Su means good and kha originally meant the axle hole of a chariot wheel. Sukha literally means having a good axle hole, a smooth ride. Its opposite, dukkha, suffering, is the bad axle hole, the bumpy ride. So when Chanakya says sukha, he means the smooth, frictionless, cushioned life. And vidya comes from the root vid, to know, the same root that gives us the word Veda, and even the English words wit and wisdom. Vidya is not information, it is trained seeing. There is one more treasure hidden in the grammar. The verb tyajate is in what Sanskrit calls the middle voice, which means the action returns to the doer. Nobody takes knowledge away from the comfort seeker. He gives it up himself, quietly, choice by choice, usually without ever noticing. That single grammatical detail carries the whole psychology of the verse. Every one of us is renouncing something every single day. The only question is what? Where does this verse come from? Chanakya, also known as Kautilya, lived around the 4th century before the Common Era. He was the strategist who brought down the mighty Nanda dynasty and placed Chandragupta Maurya on the throne, founding one of the greatest empires India has ever known. But before he was a kingmaker, he was a teacher at Takshashila, one of the great universities of the ancient world. There, students left home, slept on simple beds, ate simple food, and served their teachers for years to earn their education. This verse is that entire culture of learning compressed into 2 lines. It answers the eternal complaint of every student. Why is study so hard? With a startling reply. The hardness is not an obstacle on the path. The hardness is the path. Discomfort is the tuition fee, and reality accepts no other currency. Now, the deeper meaning. Notice that Chanakya does not say pleasure is evil. He is not a life denier. He is making a colder, more precise claim that certain goods are jealous goods. You cannot aim your life at 2 destinations at once, just as a chariot cannot travel 2 roads at once. The suffix arti means one whose aim, whose life orientation is fixed on something. You may certainly rest along the road to knowledge, but you cannot make rest itself the destination and still arrive at knowledge. And here is the hidden paradox. Elsewhere, Chanakya himself teaches that Vidya eventually bestows humility, worthiness, wealth, and yes, happiness. So the student who gives up comfort eventually receives comfort, but of a far higher order. The ancient Kathopanishad frames this exact fork in the road as the choice between prayas, the pleasant, and shreyas, the truly good. Both come to every human being, it says. The wise examine them and choose the good. The fool chooses the pleasant and loses both. The modern world has, in its own way, rediscovered this verse in the laboratory. The famous delayed gratification studies showed that the ability to set aside an immediate pleasure predicts long-term flourishing. Research on expertise shows that real skill grows only through what scientists call deliberate practice, effortful, error-exposing work that is by definition uncomfortable. Learning researchers even speak of desirable difficulties. The study that feels easy produces weak memory, and the study that feels hard produces mastery. In other words, science has measured what Chanakya declared. Comfort during learning and depth of learning move in opposite directions. And think of the smartphone in your pocket. It is a sukha dispensing machine. Every notification is a tiny transaction in which Vidya is quietly abandoned. This 2300-year-old verse reads like it was written about the infinite scroll. So how do we live this? Let me offer you 3 questions to sit with. First, if a stranger looked only at your last 7 days, not at your stated goals, would they call you a Vidyarthi or a Sukharthi? Your hours reveal your true aim. Second, what knowledge are you quietly giving up right now and for which specific comfort? Can you name both sides of the trade honestly? Third, 5 years from now, which loss will hurt more? The comforts you sacrificed or the learning you never gained? And here is a practice for today. Choose one block of 45 minutes for genuinely uncomfortable learning. The chapter you avoid. The skill that exposes your weakness. Before you begin, deliberately remove one comfort. Put the phone in another room. And through the day, whenever you feel the pull toward easy pleasure in a moment you had reserved for growth, ask yourself Chanakya's own question. Sukhartinah kuto vidya. If I choose comfort now, from where will the knowledge come? Do not answer with guilt. Answer with a conscious choice. And when the studying burns a little, smile, because that burning is simply the payment clearing. The tuition is being paid and the treasure it purchases, no one will ever be able to take from you. Sukharti tyajate vidyam, vidyarthi tyajate sukham. Carry it with you.
सुखार्थी त्यजते विद्यां विद्यार्थी त्यजते सुखं सुखार्थिनः कुतो विद्या कुतो विद्यार्थिनः सुखम्